I was absolutely obsessed.
I think it was like 1982. I stumbled upon Donkey Kong.
Loser!
And that was my real intro into the world of Mario Brothers.
Nintendo was very conducive to my development as a child.
These games had such a big importance in my early childhood. I didn't have a lot of toys, but I had Super Mario Brothers.
Mario was, I think, one of the first games I ever played in my life.
You can live in Japan or Spain or Nigeria, and people still all play this game.
I play a lot of video games since I'm a child.
Good times, magical times.
It was the game that we all played and we all loved and still love.
Super Mario Brothers has been around for 30+ years. We had so much to draw from.
Nintendo goes back like centuries.
Wow, really?
One of the first caveman families was Nintendo.
Who is this guy?
Nintendo creates entirely lovable characters.
Mario has millions of fans, hundreds of millions of fans.
僕自身がプレイヤーで結構ファンなので
You're inheriting something that so many people love.
It was scary because like it's a new world already defined.
Hey, what does this do?
It has to be done right, because it's Mario. What power-ups were we going to feature? What was the world going to look like? What was Princess Peach going to look like? What was Bowser going to look like? What was Luigi's story going to be?
The most important thing for me was translating those emotions that I had as a child playing those games into a cinematic experience.
It was super exciting all the way through.
何度も遊んで好きになっていくうちにストーリーとかキャラクターに興味が湧いてくるという順序なので
I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
What was the life of Mario and Luigi before they entered the Mushroom Kingdom?
Oh no, we're gonna be late.
He's like an ordinary guy.
Yeah.
These are two outer-borough guys who come from an Italian family.
I grew up on the East Coast, and my uncles have their own electrician company.
The Super Mario Brothers are here.
We always kind of thought of them as the Mario and Luigi of the family. These two little guys always going up against the big companies in New York City.
If it isn't Brooklyn's favorite failures, the stupid Mario Brothers.
He wants so badly to do something big and to be somebody special.
It's a beautiful story of two underdogs trying to make it in a cruel world.
You're a joke, and you always will be.
He's aspirational, he wants to do something great, but just can't figure out a way to do it.
People are drawn to him, I think, because of that. We all can see ourselves in Mario.
Somebody help! Somebody save Brooklyn! Save Brooklyn?
Mario!
What I love about Mario is he's a blue-collar hero. He's not born with any kind of special abilities other than this persistence and this perseverance he has.
You just don't know when to quit.
Yeah, I've been told that before. I love a guy that never gives up. And I love a guy that faces insurmountable odds and says, bring it on.
We wanted this movie to work for all audiences, whether you've picked up the video game or not.
Being part of this legacy is really an honor.
It really is a labor of love from everybody involved.
楽しみながら皆さん仕事してもらえたと思います。
It was a joy to make with the team.
So hopefully we did it justice, because everyone's firing on all cylinders.
I think that's everything that you would like to see in a Mario movie.
I saw the movie. It kicks butt. Serious butt.
And it's just a really fun ride.
I know I was super excited to see it with my kids.
My hero!
Woohoo! They're in their 20s now. Somehow we both grew up on Mario Brothers.
So it's really like a trip down memory lane.
I'm gonna take my 10-year-old to see this movie. He'll remember the first time he played Mario when he was 9, and I'll remember the first time I played Mario when I was 9. And in a way, we'll both be the same kids enjoying that.
Our main goal for this film is that people see that we've taken these iconic characters and treated them with the respect that they deserve and make them love the video games even more.
If people come away from this wanting to see more, that would make me so happy, because I could keep making these movies until I die.
Please, we are depressed enough.
Is that too depressing?
It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario. No, I can't.
It's me, Mario.
That's all I got. Mario. Who's better? Me, right?
We have hit the big time.
They really knew the movie that they wanted to make from day one, and they were really good at steering us into that vision that they had.
You know, making a movie and a video game, it's completely different.
How do you take things designed for a video game experience and then elevate them for a cinematic experience?
Puts quite a bit of weight on your shoulders into approaching it.
The really cool thing about working with Miyamoto, he understood that, like, in certain places, we have to go beyond what the game is to really deliver for the movie.
最初会った時はとにかくマリオのゲームのことをよく知っててすごく愛を感じたんですね。
Approaching the world was really a big collaboration with everyone at Illumination and also everyone at Nintendo.
Nintendo, Illumination. Delish.
その映画の話を聞く前から石野さんがマリオの映画を作ってくれるんだ、やったみたいな感じで。
The dream team, the very best of the very best.
A synergy that was very strong between us.
Of course, they know the games and that universe better than anyone on the planet, which was extremely useful.
He entrusted us with his most precious baby, Mario.
Hello. 一人の思いで固まるんじゃなくて、いろいろ考えを混ぜて転がして膨らんでいくっていうのが。
Miyamoto-san was on calls with us. He showed us how to draw Bowser's nose. He's like, oh, Bowser has the nose of a tiger. And on his iPad, on a Zoom call, he drew Bowser's nose and held it up to the screen like this.
Research-wise, yes, I played the games. Not all of them, because I didn't have time. I had a movie to design.
Nintendo's such a powerhouse in the gaming space because they've managed to world build in a way that's unparalleled.
To us, these game elements are part of the world. We were trying to, like, increase the level of detail and, like, richness in the world without disrupting what people love about the characters in the world.
やはり安心してお任せできるなっていう安心感が。
They're just such magicians at Illumination in Paris.
We pushed the animation, we pushed the texture, we pushed the lighting, everything.
You have people modeling all the sets, building in CG all the sets.
Based on the concept and the storyboard, a set designer began to do a CG mock-up. We use this to check the camera placement. We are using also some photo references to achieve the final modeling, texturing.
A lot of thought went into, like, every detail on every character and every set.
From the blades of grass, the texture of them.
You can see the wear on Mario's overalls, or you can see the leather texture on his boots.
I wanted to continuously pause the movie just to be able to really look at it.
We really wanted to push it and make this a world that you wanted to be in and that you could feel and you believed was real.
やっぱり情報量の違いというか、はい、そこにまず単純にびっくりしました。
It's honestly the best animation I've ever seen. It is staggeringly beautiful.
Pretty incredible, huh?
Mamma mia! We have a strong base. As a designer, Mario should look as Mario.
There is quite a bit of design to do to fine-tune the design of the character for the big screen.
Animation-wise, it was the expressions on the character to give him more life, more subtleness.
今まで人形に近かったマリオ、スーパーマリオたちが初めて人間のようになる、本当に思いましたし。
The animators on these movies are really, in a way, also the actors because they're designing the performance.
My role is to create a performance and feelings and emotion to the characters.
So everybody saw the commercial then? I wouldn't quit your day job. Oops, he already did.
Mario felt a bit sad and upset.
A source of shame for their family. They're ridiculed by their uncles and their father.
I think you're nuts. Well, thanks, Dad.
Mario is someone very brave and optimistic, so he won't show to everyone his feelings.
What'd I say?
So in this sequence, there is a private moment with his brother.
You know what? What do they know, huh?
Their brotherhood bond is strong.
Hey!
He's confident enough to open up to his brother.
Our whole lives, everyone's telling us we can't do this, we can't do that.
I can select the control I want to move the character, so I'm gonna select the eyes, for example. Here I have my little disappointed Mario. So I made him at first a bit upset. I made him like more hunched, like this.
Sick and tired of feeling so small.
And when he feels confident enough, I made him open up like the chest, wider the eyes.
This is our chance! Destiny is calling!
For some parts of the movie where involved fighting scenes, we have to explore new styles never done before. More cartoony style, wider the eyes and stretch the face. And have fun doing cartoony things.
We took those like famous iconic elements and then just pushed the level of detail on them so that they looked believable, like almost like you could reach out and touch them.
Yes! With animation, you polish and polish and polish until something is perfect.
In the video game, every image has to be rendered in
milliseconds. With film, we can take our time and we can really go in and refine visually the shots. It's almost infinite what you can do. Imagining how grand and impressive it can be, and the team has done a stellar job on this film.
仕事してくれましたパリの人たちも監督も。
It's a masterpiece. I'm very, very excited about it.
経験は意外に今までなかったなっていうのは楽しかったですね。
The palette, the colors, the action, the fun.
Whether it's the lighting, whether it's the character design, you will see the love in every single aspect of it.
Last one.
Our composer, Brian Tyler, who's a huge Mario fan.
I've been playing since I was a kid. So you can hear the Mario music playing in the game, but in your mind, it's like a whole other world. Yes! I wanted to capture that feeling I had when I was a kid growing up playing.
ブライアンさんといろいろお話ししていく中で、任天堂のゲームファンだったということを聞いて、担当者としてふさわしい人だなと思いました。
The original music for the Mario game is immediately recognizable.
And sometimes it's just a little hint here or a little flourish there.
I wanted to pay homage to that, to bring that into the world of cinematic experience.
Brian Tyler and Koji Kondo had a great working relationship.
途中の映画を見て、この場面ではこのゲームのこの曲が使えそうだなっていうのをリストにして。
Koji Kondo-san's music is something that is like imprinted in my DNA from everything related to Mario and Kong and you name it.
ブライアンさんの曲はバッチリ合ってると思います。
The sound that they came up with together is brilliant.
We made sure that everything from the day one themes all the way up to the most recent games have some reflection in there. There's something we always talked about is like, where can we put these pieces of music that reference the original while maintaining the cinematic version of Mario?
We're gonna need carts!
So in a moment when the movie where they're selecting what cart they should use, it makes a reference to that even. So we're talking like really way down to the super inside references, but at the same time, always making sure it worked dramatically with the scene. While I'm conducting the orchestra, I can see the film being projected on the screen. It's kind of at the moment that it all becomes real. The scale of having this 100-piece orchestra and choir doing these themes, and the visuals, and the excitement, and the humor, and the beauty of it, it was a quintessential moment in my life.
すごくその迫力のあるたくさん作っているなという印象でした。
It's really exciting. It sounds incredible.
The worlds are so beautiful.
It's very immersive in these worlds that I think you've kind of imagined since you were young.
Oh, wow. Gosh, like every set in this movie. It's my favorite set.
I mean, it's serious world building, amazing animated set pieces.
The visuals in this movie, it's the game come to life.
We worked with love on every aspect and every set of that film.
Brooklyn? The most exciting set piece of all, because you never know what's going to happen in Brooklyn.
It was a mix of real Brooklyn and a sort of Brooklyn of our imagination.
Oh, Mario, what are you doing?
We were definitely thinking about gameplay when we were designing the set. There's a lot of elements from the original Super Mario Brothers game.
We designed it to be more or less the first level of Mario.
The run through the construction site to the plumbing job is based on side-scrollers.
It even ends with jumping on the pole and sliding down next to a little castle. So a lot of it was like an homage to the game, but in Mario's kind of hometown of Brooklyn.
Oh my God, we're in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Come on, Mario!
I love the Mushroom Kingdom. The Mushroom Kingdom set was one of my favorite ones to design.
マッシュルームキングダムっていうのがあるっていうのも最初から決まってたんですね。
The Mushroom Kingdom is an absolutely iconic thing in the games.
This way, Mario!
We wanted to give it as much scale as possible.
With the Mushroom Kingdom, we wanted to honor everything we've seen in the video games.
Hello.
While also giving you an experience that you've never had in the video games.
Peach's castle's there.
I would want to go to the Mushroom Kingdom. I would just pop in a pipe and just go right over there.
Love these pipes.
Traveling up pipes vertically.
There's floating bricks, jumping over platforms, all the stuff that's like classic to Mario.
Hold it right there, you two.
There's toads.
Adorable.
Even walking through Toad Town, we've never really experienced that area as a place where characters live and do business.
キノピオたちの文化、機械でもありました。
Everywhere you see, you have something to look at.
That was really important, to make it feel like it's an actual world that characters inhabit.
Bowser has found the superstar and is headed toward our kingdom.
Bowser's airship in the movie is completely different than his airship from the game.
We wanted to combine his castle and his ship. He's got this giant floating island that has lava dripping off of it, sculptures of his head in multiple places, and it's black like obsidian rock, and it's got chains hanging off it. It's awesome.
Hop in.
Yes, the 80s vibe was an intention. It was prevalent in the Jungle Kingdom. That gorilla's wearing a sports coat.
Feel underdressed.
Donkey Kong's kingdom is very
High octane, a lot of fun.
I would want to go to the Jungle Kingdom and ride some carts, man.
Wild car chases. His entry into the kingdom is like a roller coaster ride. The driver's just like, whatever. He's like having a snack on the way. No big deal.
We imagined it almost like a vacation resort in the Bahamas or in Tahiti. Giant mountains around, volcanoes, secret hideouts built into the mountain.
I think about the Donkey Kong fight. There's a good balance between comedy and action.
The danger was actually that there is no bottom to that floating in the air arena.
I just want to go to the arena and watch a fight.
For the Kongs, it's another day in the Donkey Kong Kingdom.
マリオを知ってる人たちはやっぱりマリオカート見たいだろうなっていうのがあったんですね。
We knew very early on we wanted to do Mario Kart. We knew we wanted to do it on Rainbow Road.
There's like a big Rainbow Road chase, which is something that I've probably been wanting to see since I was a kid.
We really wanted the audience to remember the feeling of playing Mario Kart. Mario Kart-inspired battle on a rainbow.
Everything you've kind of ever wanted as a Mario Kart player happens.
There was nothing like more ridiculous or awesome to us. It's Kongs.
Defensive position!
It's our good guys. It's Koopas. All the Kong carts are like powered by like banana juice. Koopa carts on the other hand are powered by lava, which is very dangerous. So you get the feeling like bananas versus lava. We thought it was really important to put the audience in the action. Bombing down the road with the characters. Everyone's driving, there's loop-de-loops.
The road is inverted, goes in the sky between asteroids.
レインボーロード走ってる車を見たら体が動くかなと思う。
Shells, bananas, missiles. Everything's happening at once.
Using all the Mario Kart elements in a way we've never seen Mario Kart before. As a big action movie chase sequence was incredible.
think Rainbow Road goes real hard. I think the audience is not going to be ready for how hard it goes.
I'm too cute to die!
Watch and learn.
How am I supposed to do that?
With the power-ups.
There's certainly magic in the game of Mario.
マリオが、自分の力の及ばないものにチャレンジしていくために
There are so many elements of the game incorporated.
Punch the box, something comes out, you grow.
There is a mystique about why the things in the game are happening.
Very iconic in Mario World.
We have incredible power-ups for the movie.
Bringing in power-ups and how we're going to treat them cinematically took a lot of discussion and a lot of thought.
Yes! The job was to make them as spectacular as we could.
You're about to pick on someone your own size.
What it looks like, what does it do to the characters, what are the rules we get to play with?
The box with the question mark on it. What's inside? Find out.
Red mushroom gets you big.
Able to break bricks and jump to great heights.
Gotta bounce and jump at the perfect time.
Mario's only just learned how to use all of the power-ups. It's just so funny.
I would definitely eat a mushroom if it was going to make me taller.
The blue mushroom, on the other hand,
blue mushroom gets you small.
Hard to hit, but more vulnerable.
If you get hit, you lose the power.
I guess he got the wrong mushroom.
Miyamoto-san, he said, I have a really funny idea for the movie. What if
Mario, he gets his strength from the mushroom, but he also is repelled by it.
He thinks they're disgusting.
マリオはキノコが食べられなかったっていう設定を今回これぜひとも入れたい。
Really?
him powering up for the first time? He's not actually afraid of all the hard stuff he has to do. He's just afraid of eating a mushroom.
Miyamoto-san's playful irony.
Now this has to be a mushroom?
We just thought that was such a funny idea that we could just pull through the whole movie.
Okay, okay.
There are two types of flowers.
The fire flower,
which is represented in a really cool way, actually. It's not like, oh, I'm burning my enemies to death. It was just like a field of fire flowers. It's a quieter scene, and we used it in a way that helped tell the story, but it drew from the well of Nintendo, and we just love that.
we got the ice flower. And send out ice.
Peach also uses that at the end of the film to battle Bowser to a standstill.
Flower power.
Nice and easy.
Mario, why do you look like a bear? What is this?
The raccoon suit, or also known as the
Tanuki suit, is my personal favorite. Fly around.
And he's an adorable raccoon.
Huh? You get the right power up and you can fly. You get a different one, you might end up in a cat suit.
The cat suit is fantastic.
He looks adorable.
Has cat-like reflexes and sharp claws, but looks like an adorable character that you just want to squeeze.
Meow.
The superstar makes you unstoppable.
It's like the best possible thing.
You want this?
Getting that power-up in the video game was always the most satisfying experience.
The whole movie, you're just like, it's gotta happen.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Huh? One of the great things about Nintendo, and especially the Mario Brother games, is that they're made for people of all skill levels, all ages. No matter how good you are at Super Mario Brothers, you get the superstar. For 15 seconds, you are the best player in the world. It's like, I'm terrible at this game, but not for 15 seconds.
I was not terrible at the game.
Well, you were terrible at one point.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
The Super Mario Brothers are in business!
There are a lot of Easter eggs in the movie.
日本語で言うと隠しっていう。
What do you call that when you remember something fondly? It takes you back to a time that you loved in your childhood?
The nostalgia aspects?
Nostalgic.
Yes!
It's an Easter egg feast, basically.
That means you, Diddy Kong!
Sorry.
It's an absolute feast for the eyes to watch this thing.
We wanted the audience to feel like they were watching a Super Mario Brothers movie that had Nintendo DNA in its bones, like, immediately.
Little surprises that are just for the fans.
とにかくたくさん
The world-building element is, to me, one of the most cool parts of it.
If you look really closely in the family dinner scene, you can see some of the sheep from Super Mario Odyssey.
You're nuts.
The wallpaper is based on, like, the Vine graphic from the original Mario 8-bit game as well. The biggest one is Punch-Out Pizzeria. You know, hang pictures of, like, the famous boxers from the Punch-Out games on the wall. You can see little Max gloves and championship belt, and then it just sort of started spreading from there. There's a French restaurant called Chasse au Canard. Did I pronounce that right?
Your French is excellent.
Luigi?
Translates to duck hunt, and I did try to take credit for it.
But it was mine.
But it was his idea. We went back through a list of emails.
So bold!
My favorite Easter egg in the movie is in New York. Luigi and Mario
crash through the wall when they're underground.
The hole they leave in the wall
is shaped like the pixel Mario head from the original 8-bit games.
Whoa. But nobody notices it. And that, to me, is a great Easter egg. Doesn't take away from the storytelling, but as soon as you notice it, it'll warm your heart and tell you that you're in good hands.
Bring it in!
When they released the poster, the fans were pointing things out that I had no clue on. There was stuff I haven't even noticed, and I've seen the movie 100 times.
They're not even looking in the right place.
Look at that. I remember that from this game. Or, oh my goodness, they've included this aspect of it.
I think it's going to be fun for the fans to get to watch a movie to see just how many of them there are.
One of the weird things about being such a big fan is that it doesn't feel like Easter eggs. It just feels like Mario to me.
これはもう何度も見たらいっぱい見つかるので楽しんで探してみてください。
Interesting thing about these Easter eggs is they're all very personal to us. They didn't just come from us. They came from the entire crew, and we have an entire crew of Mario fans.
There are so many Easter eggs in the Super Mario Brothers movie that even I don't know how many there are. See if you can find them all.
We want to let the audience know that we know that you know that there was something not in this movie, and that we know that you know that we know that we want to see a certain character in the next one. And that coda is our promise to you that that character probably will be in the next one.
No pressure.
Is that, can you give something shorter or better?